What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning into this video. Big shout out to Afterbeat for making this possible today. My name is SeanBe. I'm a pop and hip hop artist out of the United States. And guys, today we are going to be talking about some of my favorite ways to put down a rap song. All right, here we go. So step number one, how to write a rap. The first thing you gotta do, the very first thing that you gotta do is find a beat that inspires you. Find a beat that's gonna make you like, yeah, I'm feeling that. You have to be able to feel it. The music's gotta be inside of you. So you gotta find that beat. I don't care if you spend an hour, you spend 2 hours, you spend 3 hours, get on YouTube, look for whatever kind of beat that it is that you're feeling, and you have to be inspired by that beat. If you're not inspired by the music, then the work is not gonna come out as good in the end. So you gotta be inspired no matter how much time it takes. That music behind you is always the most important piece of a good song. All right, step number two, after you've been inspired, step number two is you gotta feel it, So let that beat play and just kind of rock with it. You gotta get the groove of that beat, guys. The thing that makes an awesome rapper is the way that they're able to cut in and out of the beat, use different patterns on top of that same piece of music. So the more you can vibe with that beat, the better your lyrics are gonna come out. So before I even start writing lyrics, I like to hit play, listen to the beat, and I'll just scat. I will mumble nonsense over the beat to try to get the pattern down. So let's take this song Purpose, right? So when I was writing this song, it was a lot of nonsense with a little bit of writing. So for example, I hit play and I'd be laying back like, like nonsense, right? But then once you feel that vibe and you get a hang of the pattern that you want to take, then it turns into this.
Fair man for no fright, found a two and not a light. I am Mike with the rights, hard work but it's light.
All right, step three is you gotta just do it. Sometimes people get caught up in thinking like, man, is this lyric good enough? Is this the right thing that I should put here? Is this, what are people gonna think about this? Guys, the thing that I've learned over my time of writing music is you cannot write music with the intention of thinking what other people are gonna think about it. You can't write music saying, I don't know if I should say that because this person might not like it. Guys, it doesn't matter. This is your work, this is your art that you're creating, and once you put it down, you'll be able to look back and say, hey, you know what? I'm not feeling that. This line I want to change. I think I want to say something different right here. But that's good because then at that point, it's you that's making that decision. So step number three is go for it. Just start putting it down, start putting words down, and you can edit and change and do all the things that you want to do. But if you start getting into a rhythm of letting those words flow from you, your last lyrics are going to be better than the lyrics that you started with. So just get into it, let your brain warm up, and let yourself get comfortable and have fun with the beat, man. All right, so step four, we're in it. We've found the beat that inspires us. We're vibing with the music. We're just going for it. We're writing whatever we feel. And now it's time to sharpen up. All right, so sharpening up means taking a look at your lyrics and challenging yourself to go just a step further. Whether that's looking at the words that you say and maybe checking out that the thesaurus has used other words that you might be able to fit in there, or looking at different ways that you can rhyme things. Challenge yourself to take it a step further. And I always love to look into the breakdown of what the lyrics mean because, guys, words are so awesome. You can use the same word and it mean a different thing. It can sound the same but mean a different thing. So for example, let's go back to this song that I wrote called Purpose.
Run the race hard, still, steady walk can't be rocked, still, could've fell off, I'm on, still, underdog upset dust, still.
So in that example right there, we're just rhyming still with still, but we're not. You know what I'm saying? So to the ear, it sounds like still, 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 but every time that still is a different meaning. It's a different word every time. So get creative with it. Challenge yourself to see how you can flip words and use them to be creative. You know what I'm saying? So let's check out another piece right here. This is an example of, it's not necessarily the same words, but it is exactly the same sound and it's the same pairing of letters, I should say. Just check it out.
Do storms on Mayweather, I spring back, that's Mayweather. My L calling match Mayweather, trying to stop me saying you may never, oh man.
Boom, so we're having fun with that. Mayweather, 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 all sounding the same, but meaning something different. Step four is once you've put it down, challenge yourself to get creative. See how you can have fun with it because guys, in the end, writing a rap, writing music in general is supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun with it, if you're not challenging yourself and growing from it, then you're really just wasting your time. You're spinning your wheels. You have to be pushing yourself. You have to be having fun and getting creative with it, because in the end, guys, we're artists, and that's what we're supposed to do, is be creative. Step number 5, guys, is control your content. Think about this. What is gonna make you stand out from every other person that's rapping? Control your content. And what do I mean by that? I mean, control the way that you ride the beat, control your rhythm on the beat, control the things that you talk about. See, everybody can listen to, you know, whatever popular rap song and write something exactly like that. But it takes special creativity, honestly. It takes creativity to be able to talk about something meaningful and something with purpose behind it. See, writing a rap song that's just talking about nonsense, that's easy to do. You could freestyle a song that's talking about nonsense. But to actually write something that is going to get in somebody's head and make them think about, oh man, I was feeling that. I was really feeling that. Guys, that's what makes great rappers. If you can put something down that people are going to connect with, that will invoke a feeling from somebody, but then also it sounds good too. If you can have a message in your music, a message of, you know, whether that's positivity, persistence, or, you know, guys like NF, they like to talk about their struggles in life and how they overcame, you know, just things that people want to hear. Guys, when you can take that good quality content and match it with good quality talent, people will listen to that. And that is probably, you know, it's probably one of the most important things, is controlling your content, making sure that the quality of your content stands above the rest of everybody else. Step number 6, guys, be proud of what you do. Believe in who you are. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're just starting, you are probably not gonna be the best rapper that people have ever heard of if you're just starting out. If you're about midway and you're kind of sharpening some of your skills, you're still not gonna be the best rapper that people have ever heard of. But like I said earlier, that's not what it's about. Guys, believe in what you are doing, believe in your passion, believe in your talent, and don't try to be the best. Try to be the best you. Don't try to be the best rapper, try to be the best you. And I promise you, when you can keep yourself accountable for the things that you do, when you raise your own bar, people will realize that, and people will say, ah, man, okay, all right, I see you, you're getting pretty good. But we can't live for the approval of others. We can't write based off of what other people are gonna think of us. We have to believe in the art that we do. Number 7 is a little bonus round here. Guys, when I started off, my favorite style of rap was speed rap. And it was, I mean, I was speed rapping on everything, like stuff that didn't even fit with that kind of rap. But man, it was my favorite style. So step number 7 isn't necessarily a step that I recommend to do in every song, but it is one of my favorite breakdowns, and that is how to write a good speed rap. So referencing back to Purpose one more time, I want you to check this part out.
We controlling the moment, I mean, we know we get to keep a hold of a moment, and so we put the pedal to the floor, 100 houses, more better than before. Now go get 'em, let 'em pedal, put it to the metal, let 'em pedal, love, need a limit, red, I never settle for the settlement, never matter what the cobble through my guy, like a devil, like a pedal, rose up on the tongue, I'ma never let 'em win for love, adrenaline, even more than I ever been, I'm a different, don't let 'em in, light 'em in, like Edison, and when the president fresh, like I begin again, pen 'em a story, in the sun of the cover, edited, never been waste, sending me, sin, I'ma go with energy, overcome every enemy, any weapon, I'll never be risen to be the death of me, blessed to be the breath of breathe, pray to God through me, they see, we do it on purpose.
Boom, so that is my favorite style of music to write. That's my favorite style of rap to write. And this is how it goes. This is what I would recommend. When you're getting into this, guys, really look at the syllables in the words. Don't just look at the end rhyme of the word, because when we're starting to write music, we look at the end rhyme all the time. But I challenge you, look at the syllables that are within that word and see how you can rhyme every syllable within that, because when you have more rhymes in that word, then it makes the speed work out better. Look at even at the very beginning, let on pedal, put it to the metal, elevator level. There's a lot of L's and S's in there, and everything just kind of repeats on itself. You know, jump to the middle, full of adrenaline, even more than I ever been on my David, no letterman, lightermitten, like Edison. Again, a lot of L and Ed, and a lot of those repeat sounds, when you can add those repeat sounds in there, it gives it that cool little tweak to the words that's like, oh man, that sounds sick, because it sounds repetitive. It sounds like you're repeating something, but you're not. Every word is its own thing. And the other really important thing, guys, is that it has to be cohesive. The words have to fit together, because if you just say a bunch of nonsense, you know, my favorite speed rap, and I'm guilty of writing this when I started too, is the I'm the lyrical miracle, something miracle. Like don't just take words that rhyme and mash them together. It has to be coherent. It has to fit, and it has to flow with each other. So that's the biggest challenge, is finding those words that not only do the syllables within rhyme. You look at the inner rhymes, you got to do that. But not only do you do that, but you also make everything come together and make sense. That is probably the biggest challenge that you'll have looking into this speed rap stuff. But once you pull it off, man, it is so much fun to do. And it's probably, you know, to a crowd, to your friends, to people that you're rapping to, it is probably the most impressive thing when you can just put down like 15 seconds of just straight spit. You know what I'm saying? Just let it roll, let it roll, let it roll, and it all makes sense. And then when you can go back and say those words in sentences and they still make sense. So big tip that I have for you guys, make them make sense, make the words make sense, and look at the inner rhymes. Don't just look at the end rhyme, look at the inner rhymes and figure out how you can use those syllables to stack on top of each other to sound, give that repetition sound, and to get that, you know, that machine gun, just drill sound that you're looking for. All right, guys, that is my 7 tips to writing your own rap. I want to challenge you guys. Take those tips, use them, see what you can come up with, and if you think you put something dope down, I want to hear about it. You can email me, SeanBeOfficial@gmail.com, or hit me up on Facebook or YouTube. Just search SeanBe and I'll pop up right there. Guys, looking forward to hearing what you have to write down. Big shout out to Afterbeat for producing this video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you soon. Go and do it.